What's going on, guys? It's Steven from the BS Show, and I have some pretty interesting news going into UFC 248 this weekend involving a bump on Israel Adesanya's arm, which some members of the MMA community are saying looks like staph. Now, I'm no doctor, but personally it looks like staph to me. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments below. But anyways, Ariel Helwani caught wind of this chatter going on in the MMA community. So we asked Izzy about it, and this is what Izzy had to say.
You know what the number one question I got when I told the world that you're going to be on the show today?
What's on my arm?
Yes. You see, you're the freaking best, man. You're the freaking best. You better ask him. What?
You mean that?
Yes. What is that?
Who knows, man? Fuck, man. Hey, you can only catch once, right?
Don't stop.
Oh, fuck, that's funny. No, it was just a little something, a little scrape of myself, and that shit happened, you know, but whatever.
Okay.
I'll rub it on his face when it's time. I'll rub it on his face.
I mean, is the fight in jeopardy?
Fuck no. I'm here, right?
Okay, I don't know.
Hey, I'm here, man. I'm here.
What is it?
Gonna go ahead. A little something. No, I've never had staph in. Wait, walk on wood.
Yep.
Wood. I never will. I mean, fucking hell. I've had malaria damn near 8 times. I don't know what else I've had. Like, you think staph's gonna fuck with me?
Okay. Has this affected you though? Like, I mean, did you need to take time off, hospital?
I didn't even take antibiotics. I just said
geez.
no. I looked at it and I was like, no. And it went away.
So Izzy doesn't really confirm or deny if he does have staph, but it looks and sounds to me like he does. I mean, how is this going to affect him in the fight on Saturday? Who knows? We've seen this in the past in a sport like mixed martial arts where you're sweaty and always training with other fighters. You're bound to get staph at some point if you're not using protective soaps to prevent it. But we've seen Kevin Lee go into a championship fight with Tony Ferguson. He chose not to take antibiotics, and it might have bit him in the butt because he gassed out in that fight. He says it's not related to the staph at all. He just said that was his first big championship fight and he was really hyped going into it. So he kind of gassed himself out. And then on the other hand, we have Luke Rockhold, who fought for the belt, versus Chris Weidman. And he also had staph, but he did take antibiotics. And he said that the antibiotics drained him, but he just persevered and fought through it. And he ended up getting the victory. So different routes for different people. But what's concerning is it doesn't sound like he's not going to take antibiotics just for the fight. And once the fight's done, he's going to go on antibiotics. It just sounds like he's saying no to it, hoping it'll go away. But who knows, Izzy might be made out of something different and his body might fight it off with that positive mind state. But in most cases, I mean, we've heard Joe Rogan talk about staph and the dangers of it. He talked about it on his podcast when Kevin Lee was on it. In fact, I'll play a clip from that right now.
People that ignore staph, I want to scream at them. I'm like, listen, man, you could die. It seems like you just got an infection, but that shit gets systemic. It gets in your bloodstream, and you could fucking die. One of my friend Brian Callen's friend's wife died, and he went over the house, and she was like, you know, some people get crazy with holistic stuff. Oh, she's just going to try natural healing. And he's like, get her to a fucking doctor. He's like, her gums were bleeding.
Jesus.
Yeah, it had gotten systemic, and she wound up dying.
So yeah, some pretty scary stuff, but I trust Izzy's team to push him to go to the hospital or get on some sort of antibiotic if it does look like it's getting worse. I'm just curious if it's going to affect him in any way during this fight. I've never had staph and I'm not too educated on it, so I don't know if it fatigues the body much. If anyone knows below, I'd love to know that. And I'm just curious, do you guys think it's staph or do you think it's a scratch like Izzy says? Pretty interesting. Drama like always going into this fight this weekend. There's always something, right? But that's it for this one, guys. Until next time, peace.